Science complex.
The science complex.
It's behind there.
Oh,
Shading the fracas bookshop.
Yeah, of course you can. Those of you, like I was in B block. I don't know, some people were in F somewhere there. If you know, you will know that there was only one. He had only one step. He now has two steps.
Okay. Yes.
State of the art principal. Please open the classroom. But just a moment. State of the art classroom with amenities you can only see in the West.
that's right.
Built A block, B block, or renovated with extensions, and C block by Lucius Woods. Now, C block, to the glory of God, was renovated by those of us, including me, even that I wasn't attending meeting again, but my money is there. Was renovated by FE. The library was also renovated by the class of 1970. Please give them a round of applause.
What is it?
The library. We will look in. Is it open?
Yes.
This is the latest type of library in the south.
You want to say?
You go in, but you can look at the classroom for effect.
What classroom there?
Yes, the last one.
Yeah, this used to be one.
Let me capture the classroom. Okay.
The text put them in class 4, and our state, who came back after the war, they did school start in 2 years. And all of them went grade 1.
It's true.
All of them. There was no grade 2. And that was it. After that, the jealousy and politics came in. The hottest friends I was carrying the Paul and left him there. After the exams, he said no, there was lateral interaction, that something must be wrong. Next exam, we kept this one there, kept this one there. No, not that. We kept this one there. At the end of the day, Mama said, Mama, this it was time to go to class 3A when we were going to the accelerated class. So everybody read friends, even me, better than from nowhere. As it was like that. Took over from nowhere and made So let's go. And that was a wonderful class. You ask what aggregate did you make? I'm not whether you make it. Wow. Today I have covered everybody with insurance.
Okay. Hello, sir. We are waiting. We are waiting. Class, we need drinking water. Class of 72 after this talk. This school, all Jews of Kalo was here. Achiku Dewa was here. These were all governors. Right now, one of us is going to the Senate. So there was a time in Eastern Nigeria, or whenever an Easterner is taking an appointment, 10 to 1 will be an Umuahia. Because all the records that are breakable in academics at that level, we broke them. When UI started, University of Ibadan, it started with more Umuahia than any other place, than any other part of the country.
Wow.
So, gentlemen, I hope those in the diaspora know that part of the reason we are doing this so that you can send your children to Umuahia or your grandchildren. So this is the library, as you can see, it's an e-library, renovated and extended by the class of 1970, equipped by federal government. This is a reference ICT center for the South. Thanks to you both. So you
can donate your books.
No, you reviewed. I said ICT center.
Anyway, please, you can donate your books or new books. New books.
But one of the
and then what's his name? Chido is also donated. So you
one of the things that you meant we should be able to say here as a legacy, all the books written by Umuahia.
Yes.
All the so if you've written one, let's add so that we can Umuahia parents, that's anything that has Umuahia signature. So that these little children will be inspired. So to the assembly hall, where the class of
This is it. I will get my children and say, I come to school. Next one is to pass the paper. What has never been done can never be done again. Pass the papers. What has not been done can never be done. Pass your papers. To be the best in Nigeria. I'm going to make it better and better and better. Who are the people building this place? We are donating. That's what we'll have. Make it in the Let's go. Pass your papers. You are the very little one.
So let's go back to the assembly.
Gentlemen, please. We don't have time.
Oh yeah.
We don't have time.
Who put this thing? Oh yeah, take now. We don't finish. I would have.
No, it has, we've already done that on September 20. The one. They are alive. I'm telling you.
Okay, you missed our anyway. You missed our call, which was a good exercise.
We have come there during the
My young man, how are you? Okay, no problem. We'll start now. We had Paris. Yeah.
My phone. I'm going to my phone. I try to wipe it.
of us who are here, oh boys, please make sure you register. Make sure you register. It's just 2,000 naira. You have a name card so that we can play along with your Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get started. We need everybody seated down, please. Can we all sit down? We're about to get started. We're about to get started, please. If we all can get seated so that we can get things going. Time is not on our side. We need everybody down. Thank you. Please, please, please. We crave your indulgence. Umuahians, if you can please have a little bit of quiet and silence so that we can get things started. We'll appreciate it. Good morning, Umuahians, distinguished Umuahians, ladies, gentlemen, our young Umuahians on the other side. We welcome everybody to the Government College Umuahia Homecoming 2022, the Golden Jubilee, we call it. I'm yours truly, Reginald Obiamalo, class of 72, where I'm house. Even though my house has been demolished, I still stand firm to the Umuahian tenets. We welcome everybody to our Homecoming 2022. And just before we get things started, I've been asked to get the Egwu Umuahia as an introductory entertainment before we can sing our national or school anthem. So Egwu Umuahia will get things going for us. We are waiting for you. If they're going to be coming in from that gate, then we will ask that we could the entrance for them so that they can get things started for us. Nkwa ụmụ agbọghọ, not egwu, asị na nkwa agbọghọ. Yours truly is Reginald Obiamalo, class of 72 Wareham House. To get things started, we will have our Reverend Eche do the opening prayers for us so that we can get started. Reverend Eche, please, by show of hands, I'll bring the mic to you. Reverend Eche.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Before we get things started, we'll have some of our gentlemen going to the head table, and I will officially be handing over the mic to the national president to declare our activities open before we say the national prayer. So the various gentlemen and their ladies, if you can please go to the high table.
Up Umuahia. Silence, please. We want to formally stand. And I'll call on for opening prayer. Reverend Eche, please. Is he here? Reverend Eche. Opening prayer. Dahi, please. Can you come for the opening prayer? Yes.
Please, Dahi's real name is Adendo. Onukwe Chiezie. His nickname is Dahi. The Reverend Father, forget about the Dahi. Over to you.
Shall we please rise to prayers?
Hello.
Please, in reference to the day, if you are wearing a cap and you're a man, I will ask you please to remove it. Please, if you are wearing a cap, just for this particular occasion. Our Father and our God, Jehovah, you created everything beautiful, including this beautiful, beautiful school. And you looked at it, and you loved us with so much intensity that you brought us all together from diverse ends of the world to be students of this school. For this, we say thank you. We have gathered this year, 2022, celebrate Umuahia. We are here this year to say thank you for all you have done for us. Yes, many that joined with us in this race are not here, but you found it very worthy that we are the ones to honor this day with our presence. We give you thanks, Father. Whatever we're going to do here today, we commit it into your holy hands. Be thou our guardian and our guide. Send your angels, Father, to surround this place. As the hills surround Jerusalem, so surround this place with your flames of fire. For you are the commander of the chariots of fire. Let peace reign supreme here. Everything we will discuss here today, because you're a God of one accord. We lift our voice to you, Father. To you we will sing today with one accord, to grant us through your Son adored, the will to shine as one. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed.
That prayer was completed with the first stanza of the national anthem. So I will respectfully ask the composer of that anthem to please lead us as we sing the school anthem. Okay. Hello. No, they can do that, but let's start. We start with the school anthem. Then the students will come. You can do the school anthem. Okay, so go, start. Microphone. Okay, so school anthem by the student.
A round of applause. And the very good reading by Anna. Music master, review the drum.
So may we please, by the powers conferred on me, I hereby declare the homecoming open. And I will call on the class of 1972 to please do your thing for the next 2 hours.
Thank you, Mr. National President. Before we call on the acting president for the class of 72, we've been told that we have some opening addresses by our young ones who are in our midst. It's welcome addresses. There are 2 of them. So without much ado, I'll be walking over there to hand the mic over to one of our young ones who will now give us a welcome address. Are they ready?
Ndewo n'ebe a. Aha m bụ Nwaokolo Nzube Pasta. Onye mụ na ya n'ebe a bụ Nwaokolo Victor Ifeanyi Chukwu Ikechi. Anyị n'ebe a na-ewetara ụnụ akwụkwọ ozi ekele nnabata Akwụkwọ ozi ekele nnabata nke ndị gụchara akwụkwọ ha n'ụlọ akwụkwọ gọọmenti kọleji Umuahia nke si na ngalaba asụsụ na omenala Igbo n'ụbọchị nke 10 n'ọnwa nke 12 n'afọ 2022.
Onye isi ụlọ akwụkwọ gọọmenti kọleji Umuahia, ọha ndị nlekọta ụlọ akwụkwọ, ndị ndu ụmụ akwụkwọ ochie, ndị nkuzi na ụmụ akwụkwọ gọọmenti kọleji Umuahia, anyị ji nnukwu obi aṅụrị na-anabata unu na mmemme a pụrụ iche nke a kpọrọ mbata ụlọ ochie nke ụmụ akwụkwọ nke ndị gụchara akwụkwọ ha na n'ụlọ akwụkwọ gọọmenti kọleji Umuahia n'afọ 1972. Anyị na-asị unu nnọọ.
Anyị na-ekele Chineke onye nyere unu amara ije ịbịaru ebe a n'udo ka naanị ya rịọ otuto n'aha Jizọs. Ekele anyị na-agara unu bụ ndị ochie ụlọ akwụkwọ a na mbọ dị iche iche unu na-agba ime ka ụlọ akwụkwọ anyị a na-aga n'ihu ma na-etokwa eto. Aka ọrụ unu pụtara ihe n'ebe ọ dị ukwuu. Anyị ji ohere a na-ekwupụta ihe ndị unu rụrụ n'ụlọ akwụkwọ a bụ ochie ụlọ unu. Nke mbụ, ọba akwụkwọ ebe ụmụ akwụkwọ na-ekwu onye akwụkwọ n'ụbụrụ. Nke a na-eme ka anyị na-eme nke ọma n'ihe niile. Ọzọ dịka ibe ya bụ agụmakwụkwọ n'efu nke ọtụtụ n'ime ụmụ akwụkwọ anyị ketara oke n'ime ya. Unu mere ka ibu dịrị ndị nne na nna ụfọdụ mfe. Ọtụtụ ụlọ dị n'ogige ụlọ akwụkwọ a ka unu yiri uwe agbamakwụkwọ ọhụrụ. A na-amụkezi amụke. Anyị na-agụ ole ma ghara ibe ya. Aka ọrụ unu pụtara ezigbo ihe n'ụlọ akwụkwọ abụọ ochie ụlọ unu. Anyị na-arịọ ka Chineke gaa n'ihu na-awụkwasị unu ngọzi ya n'ebe ọ dị ukwuu. Unu adakwala mba. Ihe mbitụ aka unu ga na-amụba. Mgbe unu ga-ala, Onyenwe anyị ga-eduru unu n'udo n'aha Jizọs. Unu abịala o.
Please, can we all have a round of applause for these two wonderful gentlemen? We're so proud of them. We're going to get it to our roots. For the first time, we're hearing our own local language at Government College Umuahia. That's how it's supposed to be. Another round of applause for him, please. Dalono, make us proud. And Anugo, thank you. Wonderful. That's what we're talking about. Taught us English. We get over there to tell us we're Africans. Yes, we're Igbos. And we're leading the movement abroad in diaspora to have a full language in most of the universities, particularly where I stay in Los Angeles. We're moving it because we must keep our language right. That's our culture. That's who we are. Thank you. Without much ado, I'll be calling on our current acting president for the class of 72 to give us his own welcome address, please. Can we put our hands together for Mr. Abonye, known as Abola?
Thank you, Rico. Thank you very much. Ancient old boys, medieval old boys, modern old boys, young old boys, our new students, and the current honors of Government College Umuahia. I salute you all. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege and honor to, on behalf of the honors of 1972, wholeheartedly welcome you to the Umuahia 50th homecoming event, which our class has the responsibility of hosting at this opportune time. Salute you all for honoring our invitation to be here today to join us as we savor this most unique moment of our lives. And to commemorate the 50th year of our becoming full-blooded Umuahians, coming together like this on the occasion of the 50th homecoming event is a time to share nostalgic experiences of some largely past time paradise. But did we know it back then when we were here? Reunions of this nature are essentially the season for reminiscence of the time past to ruminate on activities that took place back then, as well as the living of long gone actions or inactions, while on individual basis. Some of the experiences may have been bad, some of few may have been downright ugly, but on aggregate of the class of the whole, and the bulk and experience of the happiness, beneath hindsight, we're good and geared towards our training and culture that have made us to persons who we have become today. This is why today we stand tall and proud to be called Umuahians. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to abridge this for the sake of time because we do not have enough time. So I'm going to go to, you have this in the book. So I'm going to read some sections of it. As old boys of 1972, many of us who were away from our parents' home for the very first time in our lives were tremulous and terrified by the new environment, just like the new kids here now. The martial discipline of display that was being based on academic order and extracurricular pyramid of Umuahia. Many were tempted to turn tall and scamper, and a few did, but the rest of us persevered and weathered the storm. And in short, others soon became hardened and toughened by some senior students amid cascades of the daily escapades and experience. Even though these events took place in a very distant past at the time scale of our lives of men, but some have remained etched in our memories and are so unforgettable, especially the dark knocks on the head called cracking, epitomized by persons such as YC and the runs and detention, the dirtiest boy, Belfag, and all whatnot. But of more comic relief were the mass punishments such as compulsory lights out and going to bed for all students, mostly following school prayers after the meal or loaf of cocoa, and so on so many Wednesday evenings on the mass runs, of which jokes are convivially along the runs track, lessen the tandem as well as the sheer numbers of those that clock make accurate 5 minutes timing for each person to complete a run. Can we ever forget our music master, Mr. Trombone, as we called him? How about our physical education instructor, Mr. Sinolo, or the Mr. F.O.B. Bapurumbo fame? Bapurumbo, the nigga one. One of our geography master, the imitable Mr. Quitty, who was always dictating those who passed the worst smelling gas discharge in the class, like the late Patrick Wachuku, aka Sokwayaso, to whom we bestowed the horrific King Gasa. Our class of 72 was a unique one. We were the harbinger of a lot of changes to this citadel of first-class learning. We had the highest number of honors, complemented by the executive class of 1E, which I was a member, with each rich tapestry of diverse characters. How can we forget all the pranks we played at that exceptional class? 5 years later, the class of 72 produced the highest number of grade 1s, and that's why we're hosting the 50th edition of this homecoming anniversary, half a century later, and are poised to make a memorable spectacle. Can we give us a round of applause? Small boys back then, like in Kanks, back then in 1970, who could not hurt a fly, have today grown up to be a big boy of our class and turned out to be a philanthropist of excellence. Some of the biggest Umuahian donors are members of our class of 72 for Olympia too. Please give us a round of applause. Thank you. Some of our class members could not make it to this grand reunion for various reasons, and we understand some of their circumstances that made it impossible for them. Unfortunately, some have sadly left us to answer the call of the Almighty God. May we therefore rise and pause for 1 minute to remember and reflect on these lives of our fallen colleagues. May we stand for a minute, please. May the soul of all our fallen colleagues and the soul of all the faithful departed rest in peace. Amen. May you sit, please. Finally, as we continue to thank those who worked so tirelessly to reopen our beloved alma mater, the renowned government college Umuahia that molded and made us whatever we are today. Urge all our new students, the onions there, to keep their eyes on the ball so that 50 years hence, they will be happy and proud that they have helped to make history, just as we have done. May I therefore call on the current batch of teachers and staff here that whatever the case, they should never fail to inculcate into this generation of our future old boys the peerless Umuahian culture and the tradition in learning and character, so that in short time we can bring back the golden era of Government College Umuahia, fully in tandem with the state-of-the-art facility that the old boys are putting together. In this moment of prosperous, let us also spare our thoughts for the substantive class chairman, Don Ndoboka, who is recuperating from an illness, but whose indefatigable effort on behalf of our class remains a reference point for committed leaders of a group of equals. We wish you speedy and full recovery, Mr. President. Don. With pleasure, I congratulate all the committed members of the Homecoming Planning Committee, chaired by Justice OBC Ojo, and all other persons who worked long and hard to make this event a roaring success. I cannot fail to mention all the consistent hard work rendered to our class by Dr. Ikem Nkangineme, Engineer Chijo Kebizie, Dr. Ken Nwosu, and Mr. Felix Ogwejafo, who all made our class of 72 Fallopian 2 better. Please give them a round of applause, all those gentlemen. Thank you, Onyos. We also thank our general donors within and outside the class, like Attorney Lucius Nwosu, who answered the clarion call to service and dug deep into their pocket in order to support our school in this endeavor. We equally thank and applaud everyone who has helped us every week to bring this dream, this Umuahian restoration dream, to reality. We remain eternally grateful for our never-ending striving and support for Government College Umuahia. May God bless us all. Chief Sir Bob Mark Abonye, Class Acting Chairman. Thank you. Mr. MC, please.
Thank you, Bob, our acting president. And please, Umuahians and our invited guests, as we do our ceremonies today, let's have in mind what our acting president has just reminded us, which is our ailing president, Don Ndoboka. Let's have him in our minds and let's pray for him for his speedy recovery. Don, you're in our hearts. I'm going to be handing over the mic to the current president of GCU Old Boys Association to give us his own welcome, please. Let's put our hands together for Ihedeba.
Up Umuahia. I'm going to make it short because at the AGM, I will deliver my speech and possibly the last one as your president. I want to welcome all of us who, in spite of the challenges, in spite of the threats, have found their way to this college. I thank God for Johnny Mercy, and it is my prayer that while you're here and when you leave, Almighty God will continue to protect you. To my seniors of the class of 72, well, this is not time to remember
all we went through in your hands. The likes of Ene and Nebunobi, Ebizie, who I'm seeing here. Some of us saw hell in their hands. But I'm happy that you are here. I thank God for sparing your life. In those days, whenever we were living Umuahia, there is something that the housemaster, principals will always say, and that is, you're going into the wide, wide world. You may never see each other again. You may see each other. So I thank God that you're here 50 years later and you are able to see some of you. To God be the glory. For those that have departed, we pray that they will rest in the bosom of the Lord. One thing, like Senior Aponye has said, what brings us together? And not really the infrastructure. Yes, we had the best money could afford, but it is the discipline, the culture of the college. And that is why to the new onions of today, we had to take them through Umuahia parade. And it is my belief that the teachers will begin to inculcate the Umuahian culture. It is Umuahian culture that makes us dip our hands into our pockets and bring out money. And so I want to thank you all for coming and wish you the best. I mean, in those days, apologies to Mississippi. If this Nkumu happened in our time, some of those girls will not go home. However, we have grown up. You have all grown up. You have all become fathers, grandfathers. And so I welcome you all and pray that this homecoming will continue until Jesus comes. By the way, you know those days when the school prefect gets up, if you have not paid for registration, go and pay. If you don't pay, you will not eat. Welcome to Umuahia.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this juncture, I'll be calling on our local organizing committee chairperson, our own very retired Justice Opitsike, to take us through the next section of our gathering today. Can we put our hands together for Opitsike?
Thank you very much. In hearing us saying that we are making history, but I don't know how many of us know the history that we are making. I want to put this homecoming in its proper perspective. It is not just history for the class of 72, it is history for the college. When this school started, admissions into this college was done by the college authorities. In 1972, our set is the first set that had our admission done by the government of the then East Central State of Nigeria. The school have carried out its entrance exam, conducted interviews. After that, there was a policy canceling that exercise and saying that admissions now will be done by the government. And they released the admission, and those of us who came here came in by that admission. Now, 50 years after, the school is taking back the admission of our students. That is a history that is unique with our homecoming. this year. This set of onions who are here are those who are coming back to the old practice of the college admitting its students. And from now on, the students of this college will now be admitted by the college authorities, organized and supervised by the FEGT. That is the uniqueness of our gathering here. That is why we are not sparing any effort to make it what it should be. It's an epoch-making event because we are homecoming, the best of packaging. Last night we had the gala night, and we have had the commissioning activities this morning, and we're going to have activities in the next 1 hour before we go into age. After a tasking period of the AGM, we are going to have time to wind down in the night. We have gathered dinner for this homecoming. I understand some people have challenged entering the government house, such functions. So we have moved it out of the government house. It's going to be just beside the International Conference Center, you know, where the Central Bank, all of that is. You can't miss it. In the evening, 6 p.m., we'll come in. It's not going to be stressful, just mean wine and refresh yourself. We're going to conclude this homecoming with a Thanksgiving service tomorrow, 10 o'clock. We want to invite every one of us. The students will be there, the old boys will be there. We'll come with our wives. Our wives have their own wrapper. They will be adorned in it to be part of it. It's a good pleasure to be part of this history, and we thank you for coming and ask you to go ahead and enjoy your stay. Thank you very much.
Please, how about another round of applause for our local organizing committee chair, Justice Obisike, please. Paul Niaka, because he's the brain behind what's happening this weekend in Umuahia. Here. Now we're going to quickly move to the next item, which is the award ceremony. Do we have Dr. Kang here? He was here just for a moment. And we need him to lead the next segment of our program this afternoon. Dr. Kang, where is he? The man who could not be arrested. Yeah, Kang? You're next. Next, awards. Awards. The one and only Dr. Kang. Let's put our hands together for Dr. Kang, please.
Start by recognizing the man that wrote the man. Okay. I always feel happy when I see Dr. Chukukere. Can you imagine, for all the onions back there? I hear you. He was smiling class 2 when he wrote this school anthem that you sang today, and I have to give you the feedback that he was very happy. Please clap for yourselves. Now, I've been told I have only 45 minutes. I'll try to keep it to 30. And to help me in that process, I would like to invite my young girl to come. Ijoma, come up. Thank you. Please, whatever you do, always remember that your young girl's secret weapon. They really are. So to get the ball rolling, I think what I'll do, we will do the citations last in the interest of time, because the citations will take a little bit longer and we'll be getting a little bit of assistance. So let me quickly go to snap presentations. Let me call on Honorable Justice Obisike Oji to come and receive his award. He has food in his mouth, so give him a little time. Clap for him. Thank you. Congratulations. At the end of all of this, Obisike Oji, at the end of all of this, all those that got the plaque, thank you. I'll now call on Chief Bob Mike Aponye. Please come and receive your award. Well deserved. I'll be calling you to come down. And ladies and gentlemen, just so I don't forget, at the end of all this, around 7, 8 p.m., we're going to have a party at Colonel Akobundo's house, just reminding you. So keep going. Can I call on Dr. Kasmia Okoro? Anyone from the class of 67? Anyone from the class of 67? This is the one and only Chinedu Ahiwe on behalf of Dr. Kasmia Okoro. Thank you. Ereka Simahal. I know. Thank you, Chijoke will be helping me. Oh, this one gives me so much happiness. Okay, to stand by. It's my distinct pleasure to call on someone I've come to rely on a lot, more than you guys know, Dr. Kenneth Mosu. Please come and receive your award. He is the man that holds me. When I try to, I don't know what to say. Congratulations. Yeah. Dr. Kenneth Mosu. Oh, thank you. Wow. Another one that gives me so much joy, Dr. Ahiwe. Please come and receive your award. This man, when you get to know him, you get to love him. Congratulations. Award.
Prof, I get this to Professor. He came Kakineme.
I didn't see that coming. Thank you, Chijoke. Another big one, the man I call my Dede, Dr. Godswill Okoji. Again, from the class of 67. Dr. Kochi, Godswill Okochi. Congratulations. Thank you. Wow. This one is a doozy. This man here, Donatus the Booker. He is our class captain. He has been ill, but we are praying for him. And it is my distinct pleasure to call on Dedo Tikwo, Clement Oti, if he's here, to come and receive this award on his behalf. If Clement is not here, Chimobi, come up, please. Oh, another biggie. Evangelist Victor Okoro is not here. He is definitely not here. Unfortunately, Victor went to heaven without anybody's permission, by the way. We know we try and what we have to do. Can I call on our class captain to come and receive this on his behalf? If it's his mom here, whenever she shows up, we'll call her up. Okay? Evangelist Victor Okoro. Ooh. Now, this award is for FEDT. Anyone from FEDT here? Emeka Sister Zulike is here. Yeah. I know we always beat you guys up, but there's a time for celebration. I hear you. I hear you. So please, this is our gratitude to you. Thank you. Oh no, this is Dr. Chukukere. Has to wait. Let's go to this one. Oh, here we go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Ooh. Another one of my days is Dr. Anele Ebisie. Tell him that he will always be my dad, okay? He gives me good advice. Wow. Another one from one of my favorites. Dr. K. Enelama. Anyone for Dr. Tell him we are grateful. We are indeed grateful, okay? Let him know that, okay? Oh, this one is my buddy, Dr. Reginald Morman. Anyone for class of 67? I don't know what is wrong with the class of 67. They're getting all the awards. This is for Reginald Morman. Nice fellow. Governor Wardo is not here. I've been told he may be here, so let's keep this aside. Ooh, this one is for Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Barrister Uche Ihediwa. Is he here? Are you sure he's here? I call him small but mighty. To get to know him is to love him. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. I always heard of Dr. Chambers Oyibo, and I was actually looking forward to meeting him. However, Mrs. Ibe is here to do the honors. For Chambers Oyibo, please tell him we said thank you. Okay? Don't always hear that. They need to hear it. Thank you. Oh, I remember shaking hands with Peter Zulike in New Jersey. Ben. Emeka Ifezulike. Again. We don't always say thank you. I am saying thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Finally, we get to class of 65. Bato, among anyone from class of 65 or 64? Oh, AKCA? Please. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Mazeke. Tell him we said thank you. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. While he's here, it's also my distinct pleasure to present Charles Smoker, class of 65. He's not here. He's a great guy. He is. Fisher House 65. Ooh. Reginald Ihejahi. Anyone from 71? Is Gabe here? Okay. Come now. Let me. This man is. Let me bow down first. The only reason I'm bound up to it is that he's from Arochukwu. He's my daddy too. Thank you for Reginald Behavior. Please tell him to say thank you. Thank you. Now, if Mazi Boko will leave Chijoke alone, he's probably not listening to me. But someone tell him to, oh, here is Chijoke. This man here, I got more in the last. I know he doesn't act better than him. But let's look at Chijoke, you are something else. Thank you so much, okay? Please put your hands together for Chijoke, please. Gentlemen, it's not about money. This thing is not about money. I have to stress this. The amount of time and energy that Chijoke and several others here, it's unbelievable. So leave that one. Leave that one. Governor Wardo will wait a little bit. Whoa. We at the last minute, TLG, are you here? His Excellency, the guy that signed over the school to us. Are you here, sir? In his absence, the honor has to fall on the one and only Uche Ihediwa, who has served a million administrations. He was your boss. Please tell him we said thank you. Tell him we'll not let him down. So, thank you. I think we have lost my own award. Okay, we'll find it. We'll find it.
Well, thank you, Ikem. Yourself your own award. This is an award to a very special person, like everybody has been saying. It's somebody you want to call your brother, and if you pick a fight, you want him behind you because you know he'll give his all. Without him, probably we won't be here today. He's a man who never sleeps. He's always on social media, all of stuff. He never sleeps. If I tell you, he never sleeps. Even when he's in the air, he's doing Umuahia stuff. Please me in giving this recognition to Ikem, Professor Ikem Nkanginema.
Okay, thank you. Please, give me just a moment. I know we're in a hurry. This young here and my in-law up here, Paruko, and they do Mejogo and so on. She is the one that lets me be who I am. She will tell the children, anything to do with Umu class, leave him alone. Anything that has to do with government college, please leave him alone. It makes me happy. But it doesn't stress what people don't understand. I love Umuahia. It is what it is. Thank you. Right. Now let's go for the piggies. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for my wife as she goes to sit down. Ijoma is her name. Ijoma Nkangineme. I believe we've been married for over 36, 38 years. And we are happy. Please, can I call on my buddy here, who I'm proud to say I'm a few months older than him, Dr. Chinwe Mokoma, to step forward and assist me in reading the citation for Barrister, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Lucius Mosu. Please clap for him. So while he's doing that,
Lucius Mosu, 66. Lucius Ezek Akamando Mosu was born in January 30, 1953 in Mbise. His father, Louis Mosu, was admitted into the Government College Umuahia, class of 1940, while his elder brother was in the HSC class of 1964. Lucius joined his elder Lucius joined the class of 1966 following the end of the Nigerian Civil War in 1970 and was admitted to New House. At Umuahia, Lucius Nwosu showed his paces in the sporting life of his time at the school, not as an athlete, but as a frequent traveler with the various school teams to tournaments as a supporter. It will be Lucius using his own then lean resources to buy glucose, who would be the first to attend to an injured and exhausted player during a match. It will be Nwosu who would run around the field leading the cheer for the Umuahian team. These acts of selfless empathy and generosity, which first showed in his early life at Umuahia, would become the foundation of his philanthropy and the various acts of generous giving that would later characterize his later life. On leaving Umuahia in 1972, Lucius Nwosu worked briefly for Shell in Port Harcourt, following in his father's footsteps, who was a pre-war Shell petroleum executive. At Shell, he worked in the Land and Legal Services Division, a patch from which he would gain formidable insights in the operations of the oil giant in Nigeria, and deep sympathy for the local oil communities from whose lands much of the oil was being extracted for export. He worked for Shell BP from 1973 until 1975, when he joined the Ministry of Mines and Power and Hydrocarbon Division in Port Harcourt, from where he resigned on being admitted to the University of Nigeria College of Law in Enugu in 1976. Lucius Nwosu studied law at the University of Nigeria under the great luminaries of legal education in 20th century Nigeria, Nwabweze Nwogugu Achike, and such sharpened his legal mind and gave foundation to his legal philosophy, which rested on the principle of noblesse oblige, of using law to serve the highest common good. On graduating from Nsukka's law in 1980, Lucius Nwosu did his mandatory national service after the law school in 1981 with the law firm of D.A. Akintoye and Company in Ilori. And in 1982, he joined Sotenye Denton West and in Port Harcourt as a junior counsel. Lucius Nwosu did his bit as a junior lawyer, chased the ambulance and walked the streets, and from all the indications, learned the copies and the terrain of law practice in the city of Port Harcourt. Then brimming with distinguished names on his bar, it's a great testimony to Lucius Nwosu's activity and courage that he branched off only 4 years later to found his own law firm. The Lucius E. Nwosu's activity, courage that he branched off to the branch of law on account of his intense outrage at the devastations that were increasingly obvious of the Niger Delta and the city of Port Harcourt, in which he had grown up as a child, and which he loved fiercely as a result of mindless oil exploration. The oil companies, particularly Shell, had grown very powerful and had resources which only few lawyers dared to challenge. But it took Lucius Wolsey, fearless, formidable, and forthright, to challenge the oil behemoth and extract some measure of justice through the courts for some of the people whose land they had devastated through oil exploration. There is no saying that Lucius Wolsey's Umuahia education gave him the character and fortitude to pursue justice through law. He was successful at it. He was humane, he was generous, he was committed deeply to the public good until his untimely death in March 2022. Lucius Wolsey was one of the great drivers, indeed the most generous contributor to the great project of the restoration of the government college Umuahia, his alma mater, and a school he loved with all his fiber of his being. He earns his place duly as among the leading lights of his great alma mater, who remain grateful for his generosity and continue to mourn his very sudden departure. This was written up by Professor Obi Wakama.
Thank you. For want of time, we will be sending this citation to the barest minimum, only to those in the hall today. I should be calling and introducing
No, we're not ready. Let us continue. Dr. Ibe will now come and read a citation for Dr. Chukukere.
In the interest of time, we are going to be reading the citations of only those that are physically present here. But those that are assigned to read them will come and receive the award without reading the citations, please. While Dr. Ibe is as young as he looks, coming forward, everyone in this hall got a certificate. Can we clap for all of us? I'll simply have someone go around the hall and hand each and every one of you your well-deserved certificate. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, let's all be quiet because I'm reading the citation of a great Umuahian. Dr. Edward Chukukere. You were born almost 90 years ago in a very remote village called Akpai on the outskirts of Aba. That village is since you entered 1947, along with notable old boys like Donald Econ, first Vice Chancellor of Uniport, Ralph Paradis, famous TV presenter, and several, even including Senator I.B. Ekarika, Odoliyi Lolomari, former Managing Director of NNPC, clap for the class of 47. What is most critical to us and noteworthy that has made you an icon is that in 1949, during prep, you, Edichukukere, penned the Umuahia anthem in Unum Lukeant. Please clap for the father of in Unum Lukeant. With it, these onions have known you, or rather they have known in Unum Lukeant even before they knew you. You will last forever. Your unyielding tenacity and pugilistic sagacity were most evident during the famous boxing match at Hotel Calabar in 1950. The GCU boxing master, A.K. Wayram, who later became principal, a tough one too, asked you to give up the fight. After all, your opponent from Hope Hotel was all muscles. He didn't want you killed. You said no. Umuahia never surrendered. What the opponent didn't know was that you were a boxer from childhood in Aba, and you licked him. He kissed the canvas, and you were given your colors in boxing at Government College. At school, you were popularly known as EU Chooks, and you were the editor of the college magazine with Professor Bereduga as your assistant. So you didn't start writing today. Your career post-Umuahia was truly a marathon. First to Yaba Institute, then University College Ibadan, where you did the inter-BSc in London. Then to Kumasi College of Tech, now called Kwame Nkrumah University. Then Glasgow University in Scotland, where you got the PhD in metallurgy, all on scholarship. From Glasgow, you crossed the Atlantic to Canada, where you studied and got a PhD in metallurgy, being the first Black African graduate in metallurgy. Please clap for him. In Toronto, you became the president of that.